Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Latoya. I am one of the co-founders of the Profit Room, which is a stock market trading and educational company where we teach people how to trade and invest in the various markets such as stocks, options, futures, etc. I'm excited today as always. You know how giddy I get whenever we do a student success interview. So here with me right now, I have Melissa. Melissa, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I can't complain. So we was just chatting it up a little bit before I hit the record button. Melissa, let everyone know where you're from.
I am from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I've been here since college 2007, I believe it was. But yeah, Oklahoma is the place.
All right, cool. I got another place where I need to visit in the future. So I'm
Absolutely.
slowly making my way across the United States. I got a chance to visit Texas over the summer. So that was pretty cool. It was my first time me living and being on the East Coast. So I'm very familiar with the East Coast states. So now I'm just venturing a little further central as well into the West. But that's definitely what's up. One of the questions I do have is how did you end up finding us, the Profit Room? Like, let us know what was your search, why in particular, what made you interested in trading?
I had been going through a few different other rooms. I think like in 2016, I came across penny stocks, and I think it was one of the guys on Twitter was, hyping it up. And so I was like, let me do some research. So I started doing some research into penny stocks, lost some money. And then finally I was like, let me try to find a platform or education company that I'll feel comfortable with and feel like I can invest in, who will invest in me as well. So I Googled Black education trading companies and you guys' name popped up. So I
Okay, that's what's
went
up.
with it.
So what year was this exactly?
So 2000, this was 2019 is when I first started doing the research and found you. And then I plugged into the options course in 2020.
All right, so you took our options program, which is
Yes.
excellent, is an excellent program, not because of my bias, but I'm gonna let you explain it. Like what was the process? How did you learn how to trade options in general?
So, I mean, you guys were pretty good about teaching you everything from the beginning. You could learn, the stock market 101. And then from there, it's just basically the technical analysis. Once you know technical analysis, you can apply it towards any, market. And so after I learned that, I was like, okay, well, this is where I want to be. So I knew that I could apply it towards, whatever course or whatever course you guys offered that I took. So I
And
appreciate
then you decided to not only do the options program, but probably, what would you say, was it a year later
it. Mhm.
that you decided to invest or reinvest into another one of our programs, which is the futures program. And everyone, that's huge. So we have a lot of students that they will start with one program, but they're always searching for more in terms of like, okay, what other markets can we master? And that's a beautiful thing because we're not niche specific in terms, okay, we only trade options, we only know the stock market, that's all we can teach. That's the furthest from the truth. We know how to trade all markets. So therefore, we can really help no matter where the person is from, we can help individuals learn specific markets that's going to cater to their schedule. So what made you want to take the futures program?
For futures, it seems like when I first got into it, I was like, well, they're making money first thing in the morning and then they're going off to do their other jobs. And I was working as a realtor and I also had another full-time job. So I was very limited on time and I needed something to where I could master this and then go off and do, my other tasks for the day. And so once I plugged into it, I saw that I could actually apply that. That was the way for me to go.
That's what's up. So you basically, it was a schedule adjustment for you.
Yes,
So
exactly.
the futures market caters to, it doesn't matter how busy you think you are, literally, you can find time to trade the futures 23 hours a day, 6 days a week. So it's one of the best markets, in my opinion, to learn how to trade. And you did exactly that. How did you find the futures process? Because I think when you join, correct me if I'm wrong, when you join the futures program, our structure was revamped.
Mhm.
Like we revamped it. All right, speak more of that.
So for the futures course, I went through, so it was, the technical analysis was the same, of course, but after learning that, getting to know the platforms was, I think, the learning curve for me. Once I mastered that, I was like, okay, I kind of get where I'm supposed to be with this. And so that's where.
So another thing, just in case anyone may not know, so since 2021, we're in 2023, heading into 2024. We already did a student success story with Melissa, I'll say about a year ago, but we never released it. We never published it. So this is basically an updated version of that student success story, because she's been absolutely crushing the markets when it comes to futures. And I definitely admire your transformation, your growth within the process. What did it take you to actually grow in terms of having bigger profits along the way? And just give an insight of what you can make potentially in a day, but be realistic to the audience with the time frame, because the last thing I want people to think is that we're sitting here all day trading. We're
Right.
not. So give them that time frame, what it looks like. Where did you have to get that mental in order to do what you do today?
And I'm glad you said mental, because that was 90% of it for me. Like, once you learn the skill, you have it, you can apply it. But if you're not disciplined, it won't matter. So that was what I had to get a hold of at first. It's the discipline to apply, because I could make money and then you could give it right back. If you're not like disciplined to cut it off, you don't have to make $1,000. You can make $500 consistently, and the consistency with that, I mean, that's financial freedom. So I had to plug in and learn discipline, and once I did that, the consistency started to flow.
Excellent. So once you plug in to learn discipline, what what were those steps? What did they look like? Like, what did you have to tell yourself?
All right, so I had to tell myself I'm studying, I'm charting every day if I can, or every other day, looking at what the market is doing. I'm waking up earlier to get on my computer. I can't wake up at 8:30 if the market opens at 8:30. I need to see what the chart is doing at least an hour before. So I had to plug into that. Now, like, I mean, because I've gone through phases where, I wasn't disciplined and I lost some money, and it was mostly just, it's just me, it's just a part of the discipline, your mindset, and where you are. So once you fix your mindset to know this is why I'm doing this, or I'm doing it for a specific reason, I think like finding your whys for why you're doing things as well is a big part of like grabbing and being disciplined on where you need to be. So that process was essentially, yeah, just a studying and discipline and consistency. I don't know how else to explain that.
That makes sense. What was one of your biggest aha moments when you hit a profit, like a certain dollar amount?
One of my biggest aha moments. I think that, so I'm in the room all the time, and you guys are providing the levels, right? But at first, I wasn't seeing what I was doing wrong. I went back one day and I wrote down all of the levels that Ernest was providing for like a month, and I
Mhm.
was trying to see what I was doing wrong. And so it's all about, of course, your budget, the risk management, and what you can take. And so with that, I learned like, all right, now that I'm going back, I see his levels are perfect. They're working out. I just have to be able to have, first of all, the discipline to cut it off when I need to cut it off, and be able to see that this is my risk management, this is my levels, get in and get out. And so once I got that to click, it all started to flow as well.
Started to flow. That's excellent. So what we do with all of our students that go through our futures program, that process, what that looks like, you have to get through simulation. You have to have the data to know exactly what it looks like in terms of how good you are with that win rate ratio, that risk to reward ratio that we teach within the program. So once that happens, right, then we provide you with access to trade live every single day with Ernest, myself, and the rest of our trading team. So the whole process is really so everyone can see that basically what you've learned in the
Mhm.
program, we're doing live every single day. We held nothing back. There's no alterations. It is what it is.
Yes.
And we feel like the students benefit. And you just disclosed that, like you had your aha moments when you went back and you looked at certain things and you realized, and then you had to adjust accordingly. Did you find the room beneficial to your process?
Yeah, once we finish the class, of course, like you go through the process of simulation trading, and now that you know how to trade, you guys are like, you can come into the room. So Ernest provides, you and Ernest both, you both provide great levels, and we do a lot of motivational talking. There's not a lot of going back and forth, of course. We do a lot of trading in there, and then we celebrate after everybody made their money. But I do like the room. I like being in there, and I like feeding off of you guys' energy. So it's been very beneficial towards me.
That's what's up, definitely indeed. One more question I do have. How would you, what words, what advice would you have for new people that want to learn this skill in particular?
So for advice, just be disciplined. Once you learn the skill, because it's just like any other thing, you can go learn a skill at any other job, but if you don't apply it, then you're not going to be good at it. If you don't apply, and with this, of course, you learn the skill of technical analysis, how to trade. But if you don't apply the discipline towards it, which you guys also teach as well, discipline, risk management, then you won't be successful at it. So that is my advice: discipline, discipline, discipline.
Do you feel that anyone is capable of doing this?
Yes. If you can go learn a skill or trade out in the real, out in the world, you can do this
I
at
definitely
all ages. Like it, I don't think it matters.
doesn't matter your age, where you're from, your background. That's why I love trading personally, and it's great if you're an introvert, especially, right? Best I would say profession, in
Hmm.
my humble opinion, is learning how to trade and master the charts and just make income from the market volatility at the end of the day. Do you have any
Absolutely.
last minute words?
Um, I am grateful to be able to do this on a daily basis. I think that this is going to open up, and it has already just opened up more time for me. I mean, it has provided me with a skill that I'll have for a lifetime. In addition to that, like I think this is going to be able to open up opportunities into my other businesses. Like I'm a realtor and I see investments all the time that I wasn't able to take advantage of. Now I can call somebody like, hey, write up the pre-approval, because I have the extra income to be able to supplement that. So if you can do this, plug in, lock in, and discipline yourself and learn the skill.
That is huge. That's immense. And we're happy to have you on board. We're happy to have you as one of our students, as well as one of our new coaches. So, Melissa, we're grateful as well.
Thank
Profit
you.
Room.
I appreciate it.